Yes, please start.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. In the event of emergency, there are 2 exits located in the back of the auditorium and 2 in the front on either side of the stage. If we could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to get started with district updates. Dr. Kasorik.
Good evening. It's great to see everybody. I want to start out tonight by thanking our students, staff, and families as we've had a great start to the school year. This Saturday is the Crimson Classic, so come out and show your support for our marching band. They will host bands from around the area. We had one of the parent supporters invite us all. The show starts at 6 p.m. I'll find out when Hilton goes on and send you a quick message so that you don't miss them. Congratulations to Quest Elementary teacher Alicia Francesca, who was presented with the Roy L. Bubb Award by SUNY Brockport for outstanding support of student teachers assigned to her classroom. Also, congratulations to Merton Williams teacher Colin Grego, who was presented with the MHB Gerald L. Brown School-Based Teacher Education Award from SUNY Brockport. It is presented annually to a teacher who goes above and beyond supporting student teachers. So we have a really great relationship with SUNY Brockport, and I thank these individuals on our staff for connecting and taking on student teachers. It can be a lot of work to make sure that you're mentoring new teachers to the field. I also want to congratulate Katie Jo Pissarro for earning her doctorate from St. John Fisher. Dr. Pissarro is an assistant principal at Village Elementary School. Tomorrow marks the anniversary of September 11th, a day that forever changed our nation. As we reflect on this profound moment in history, we remember the lives lost and the heroes who emerged and the resilience that brought us together in the face of that tragedy. On this day of remembrance, let us honor those who sacrificed so much and the first responders whose bravery reminds us of the strength of the human spirit. Their courage continues to inspire us. As educators and staff, we have a unique role in fostering the values that emerged from that dark day: unity, compassion, and hope. Together we can help our students understand the importance of kindness, service to others, and the enduring power of community. That's everything I have for you this evening.
Any questions for Dr. Kasorik? All right, next up is Pauline.
A couple updates from the Office of Instruction. Village Elementary is actively working on establishing their community schools team. They meet tomorrow for the first time. They're collaborating with Joe Van Grossi from BOCES, he's the Regional Director for Community Schools Programs, and also working with Liz Thornton from Central Office to train on the community schools approach and then to develop a needs assessment for the village community. So I'll be updating you on our community schools year 1 throughout the course of this year. Our MTSS, or multi-tiered systems of support, established last year, is fully operational. Our interventionists are diligently grouping students at the elementary level based on needs shown through some of our assessments, benchmark and diagnostic. They're writing SMART goals based on those needs for groups, and then progress monitoring in a program called eDoctrina that will allow for improved communication between parents and interventionists and teachers of that student as well. So looking forward to continuing to work on ensuring a cohesive support system for our students. At the high school counseling office, we have transitioned from the use of Naviance to My Learning. That is the system that primarily we use for career exploration and then also for college applications. And that transition is progressing pretty smoothly. Counselors at the high school have also introduced a new senior seminar that seniors could have signed up for during one of their study halls to have almost as an extra course, non-credit bearing, to bring them through the college application process. And that's in addition to our individual senior meetings, which are taking off students tomorrow and over the course of the next couple of months. It was great to get out and visit a lot of our classrooms. Probably the most fun would be our UVK kindergarten classrooms. Our youngest learners are really showing great signs of school readiness, which coming off of the pandemic, we're seeing an improved sense of social skills and attention to tasks with students. It's been great. Teachers have been really impressed with their classes so far. So just excited about all these positive developments and looking forward to a great school year.
Thank you. Any questions from Mr. Lee? All right, next up we have Mr. Dow.
We are up and running, and just like Ms. Plain said, it was great to get around the buildings. Just to give you a final tally, prior to tonight's personnel agenda, 23 new teachers and 57 classified staff. So those are big numbers. We knew that, as you know, from all of the retirements that we had. But again, when I went to the county meeting last week, there are others that are still hiring full-time positions. So I am thrilled with where we are at. Pleased that our classrooms have the support and teachers that they need. So again, very excited about that. And one of the other pieces that I want to just acknowledge is Dr. Green. Dr. Green's being appointed, as you saw, as a bus driver. I think this has two pieces when I spoke to Jeff about this for quite a bit, is that first he has a greater and enhanced appreciation for bus drivers. He always appreciated the bus drivers. And then when he started to drive a bus, it was an even enhanced appreciation, I think he said. So again, I think it's, it has multiple factors. I think the bus drivers were appreciative that a principal was putting them, kind of walking in their shoes for a little bit. But I also think it speaks volumes about the training department within our transportation department, because he passed everything. He has completed everything. He is he could be a full-time driver. We're glad he's not. We're glad he's high school principal. But he wanted to show that if we need a driver, he's willing to do it. And so, again, I really, really appreciate kind of that we're a team approach. And I know the transportation department also appreciated seeing him at training and seeing him. He talked about a K-turn, which was cracking me up. Might have taken him a little while on the first one. But again, I think that he's humble. He was eager to do it. And so I was proud to see him on the agenda tonight. So, and that's all I have for you today.
Any questions for Mr. Dow? All right, Mr. Geis.
So, kind of echoing what everyone said, we had a really smooth opening this year. It was really good, especially from the support side. You know, we talked about transportation. They were able to get all their kids to and from school safely. It's always a huge undertaking. There's little hiccups along the way, but they did a fantastic job, as they always do. Our Buildings and Grounds Department was able to wrap up a lot of capital projects, continue to build on the development of our upcoming projects, and then our buildings and grounds look fantastic at the start of the school, again, as they always do. So we get a little spoiled as we kind of go through some of these. It now becomes the expectation, and a lot of districts are in a much different place than we are. And really, for food service, for the first time, we now have all 5 schools on community eligibility provision. Anybody who wants a free breakfast and lunch is eligible for that. It's fantastic. I'll just read you some of the numbers, some of the stats from the first couple days of school. In 2023, so before we were full CEP, we served 136 breakfasts and 1,360 lunches. This year, at the same point in time, we served 450 breakfasts and 1,956 lunch. So these numbers were only expected to grow as, again, students become more aware of that, families start taking advantage of kids being able to purchase actually not purchase, but receive a free breakfast or lunch from the district. So food service department's been working hard, to make that happen. So really, really proud of the work that they're doing. Jim and I are continuing to finalize our audit. We have a couple more things to do, and then we'll have the draft audit ready to go for the audit committee in early October, and then we'll be bringing that to the full board in November. We ended the year really strong financially, so overall really pleased how we ended the 23-24 school year. And then in light of the tragedy down in Georgia, we always take a look at our safety. It's always on the forefront of our mind. We got great youth assistance, great security department. We have done so much in and around security over the last several years. As we come up upon our Board of Education tour, which is coming up later this month, we're going to highlight some of those security features, actually put one of the buildings into a lockdown while you're there, so you can kind of see some of the things that you've been hearing from us, but you can see it in action. So really smooth opening to the start of the year. Really looking forward to a good year this year. And that's all I have.
Any questions, Mr. Geis? Okay, next up, public comment. We do not have any public comment, so we're going to move on to approval of the minutes from the August 20th meeting. Time flies. All right, do I have a motion to approve the minutes from the August 20th meeting?
So moved.
Christine, do I have a second? Nancy, any discussion on those minutes? All in favor? 7-0. Thank you. Board member reports. I was fortunate enough to attend opening day. I was able to speak briefly. Ms. Sloan filled in for me with Family Feud. Thank you. And then Stephanie and I attended the board president or board leadership meeting last week. And I always find that a worthwhile committee at Monroe County School Boards because you kind of just get to connect and network and hear what's going on in other places, bounce ideas around. So I always find that meeting very helpful. That's all I got.
From the Sloan family, first day of school went awesome. I'm very thankful for the meals. It's one less thing for the kids to bring. Lincoln's, I always say, you have everything in your bag because it looks so late when he's walking out the door. So I'm very thankful for that, and I've heard from other families how thankful that they are to not have to purchase and or pack for the day. Opening day was great. The Family Feud was very fun, and that's it.
Our back to school was great too. So my youngest started kindergarten, and I'm just very, very appreciative because it was a very smooth start. I want to give a shout out to the transportation department. I don't know if it was just our route or if it's just common practice that our drivers stopped at all of the kindergartners on their getting to know you summer run through and made a big deal of waving to the kids and introducing themselves. So they were super excited and ready to go on the first day, which is very, very nice. We're going to a marching band concert this weekend. The boys are excited about that, and it's going to be a great day.
I attended the athletic kickoff event on August 29th, which was really good. I really liked the large gathering for the fall athletics. It's kind of nice to see all of the athletes and the coaches all together. On the 4th of September, I went to the Monroe County School Board Association Legislative Committee, which is, I attended a few times last year, but it'll be new to me to attend regularly. Tomorrow I have information exchange at Monroe County School Board Association, and Saturday I will be also at the marching band show.
I will be attending the marching band show as well, and that's it for right now.
Attended opening day. Tomorrow's information exchange is on the Board of Education's role, and there's also a social to follow. Activities begin at 4 p.m. Legislative committee. Next week is district operations, which was the old labor relations, and it's going to be Greece talking about their cell phone policy, what they've implemented, and kind of feedback on that, and just a general conversation around cell phones, smartphones, that sort of thing.
I think it's important to note, I've had several community members reach out to me about phone calls and emails that they're receiving from staff in the Hope District about positives that they're seeing out of the children, and notifying parents and building that strong relationship and partnering to help their kids be successful. So it's more than I've ever remembered hearing about, so I thought it's important. Great job by the teachers and the staff reaching out to families.
All right. All right, next up we have the consent agenda with an addendum.
We're looking to make a motion to remove the addendum from the consent portion.
All right, we have a motion to remove the addendum from the consent portion. Do I have a second? Nancy?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? 7-0. All right, so now we'll have a motion to approve the consent without the addendum. Do I have a motion to approve just the consent?
So moved.
Christine, second by Nancy. All in favor? 7-0. Now I need a motion to approve the addendum. Nancy, second by Keely. All in favor? 6. Any abstentions? All right, and that brings us to the closure of the meeting, I believe. because everything was in consent tonight. So next week, we look at the end there, we have all of the fun stuff that goes on. So the Crimson Cadet Marching Band Home Show is basically the start to a whole lot of stuff next week. So open house, food truck rodeo, Girls on the Gridiron, it's going to be a busy week. And then we have our tour, and then we have our work session where we're gonna talk about our self-evaluation early October, so we got a lot going on.
It's the tour 5 p.m.
We're finalizing that. We'll be able to put that out this Friday and Friday conference. Most likely it'll be a 5 p.m.
Teresa,
I can do that.
you make that
I'll
work?
make it work.
Okay. All right, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Nancy, second by Ed. All in favor? 7-0. All right, thank you, everybody.
Good night. Have a good night, guys.